The rain poured down in sheets as Marcus Reed hurried, through the alley behind the restaurant where he'd just finished his evening shift. At 34, he was exhausted from working 2 jobs to support his 6-year-old daughter, but he never complained. Lily was his whole world. He was almost through the alley when he heard it, a soft whimper, barely audible over the drumming rain. Marcus stopped and peered through the downpour. There, sitting against a brick wall, was a woman in a pale blue business suit. Her blonde hair was plastered to her face, and she was holding her ankle, her face contorted in pain. A few feet behind her stood a little girl in a bright yellow raincoat, maybe 7 years old, watching with wide, frightened eyes. Marcus approached carefully. "Ma'am, are you all right?" The woman looked up, and fear flashed across her face. She pulled back against the wall. "Please, don't hurt me. I can't walk. My ankle? I think it's broken. Just take my purse and go. Just please don't hurt my daughter." Marcus's heart broke at the terror in her voice. He knelt down, keeping his distance. "Ma'am, I'm not going to hurt you. My name is Marcus. I work at the restaurant down the street. I just want to help." The woman studied his face, then relaxed slightly. "I'm sorry. I'm Claire. We were walking to our car when I slipped on the wet pavement. I heard something pop in my ankle. My phone is dead, and it's been almost an hour. Everyone who's passed by has just kept walking." Marcus looked at the little girl in the yellow coat, who was shivering. "Hi there. What's your name?" "Emma," the girl said quietly. "That's a beautiful name. My daughter's name is Lily. She's 6. Marcus turned back to Claire. "My apartment is just 2 blocks from here. I can help you there, get you dry and warm, and call an ambulance. Or I can call one right now, but it might take a while in this weather." Claire looked uncertain. "I don't know you, understand? You're scared, hurt, and I'm a stranger. But you can't sit in this alley in the rain with a broken ankle and a cold child. My daughter is at home with my neighbor. You can call anyone you want once we get there." Claire looked at Emma, who was visibly shaking, and made a decision. "All right, thank you." Marcus carefully helped Claire to her feet, supporting her weight as she leaned on him. Emma walked close beside them as they made their way through the rain-soaked streets. When they reached his modest apartment, Marcus helped Claire onto the couch and propped up her swollen ankle. He grabbed towels and handed one to Emma, then draped one over Claire's shoulders. A door opened down the hall, and a little girl with dark curly hair ran out. "Daddy." "Hey, sweetheart. This is Miss Claire and her daughter Emma. They need our help. Miss Claire hurt her ankle." Lily looked at Emma shyly. "Want to see my dolls?" Emma looked at her mother, who nodded, and the girls disappeared into the bedroom. Marcus handed Claire his phone. "Please, call whoever you need. I'm going to make some tea." Claire made several calls. First to someone named Amanda, giving the address. Then to a doctor, arranging for a house call. When she hung up, she looked at Marcus with tears in her eyes. "I'm sorry I was so frightened. Sitting there in that alley, every person who walked by looked at me like I was invisible. You were the first person who stopped." "You don't need to apologize," Marcus said, bringing her tea. "You were protecting your daughter. That's what good parents do." "You're a single father?" Claire asked. "Man, my wife passed away 3 years ago. Cancer. So it's just me and Lily now. I'm so sorry. I'm recently divorced myself. It's been hard adjusting." They sat in comfortable silence, listening to the girls giggle in the other room. Then Claire spoke again. "Can I ask you something? Why did you stop when everyone else walked by?" "Because someone needed help, and I could give it. Besides, I'd hope that if it was my Lily sitting hurt in an alley, someone would stop for her too." Claire's eyes filled with tears. "I'm the CEO of a tech company. I employ over 300 people. But sitting in that alley tonight, none of that mattered. I was just a person who needed help, and apparently being vulnerable makes you invisible." "Not invisible," Marcus said gently. just easy to ignore. People tell themselves someone else will help, but we all need help sometimes. What do you do, Marcus? I drive for a rideshare company during the day while Lily's at school. The restaurant is evenings. My neighbor, Mrs. Patterson, watches Lily for me. Gee, and your dreams. What did you want to be? Marcus smiled sadly. I was studying to be a teacher. I love working with kids, but when my wife got sick, the medical bills piled up. Maybe someday I'll finish my degree. For now, I'm just trying to be the best dad I can be. There was a knock at the door. An elegant woman rushed in. Claire, are you all right? I'm fine, Amanda. Thanks to Marcus here. Within minutes, a private physician arrived and confirmed a severe sprain, not a break. Throughout this, the two girls had become fast friends. When it was finally time to leave, Claire turned to Marcus. I don't know how to thank you. You restored something I'd lost. Faith that good people still exist. She handed him a business card. Please call me tomorrow. I'd like to properly thank you. The next morning, Claire called and asked to meet. They gathered at a coffee shop near Marcus's apartment. Marcus, you said you were studying to be a teacher before life changed your plans. That's right. My company has been developing an educational technology platform. We need someone to head our community outreach programs. Someone who understands teaching, who genuinely cares about helping kids. Claire leaned forward. I'd like to offer you that position. Marcus stared at her. Claire, I don't have the qualifications. You have the most important qualification. You care. We'll pay for you to finish your degree while you work. Full salary, benefits, flexible hours, so you can be there for Lily. Marcus felt his eyes grow wet. Why are you doing this? Because last night, I realized I've been so focused on building a successful company that I forgot to build a meaningful one. You reminded me that the best measure of a person isn't their success, it's their character. I want people like you on my team. People who stop when others walk by. Marcus looked at his daughter playing with Emma, then back at Claire. When do I start? 2 years later, Marcus stood in front of a classroom of inner-city kids, teaching through the pilot program he'd developed. The program was now helping thousands of children across the state. Claire attended the anniversary celebration. You've changed this company, not just the programs, but the culture. You've shown everyone that success and compassion aren't opposites. You took a chance on a stranger who helped you in an alley, Marcus said. No, you were the one who stopped when everyone else walked by. And because you did, hundreds of kids now have opportunities they wouldn't have had. Sometimes the most important moments happen in unlikely places. Sometimes the person who stops to help when no one else will turns out to be exactly the person you needed to meet. Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear restaurant uniforms and have kind hearts that see people, not problems. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it. Subscribe for more stories about everyday kindness, creating change. Leave a comment, sharing a time when someone stopped to help you. Your stories inspire us all.